and we've moved and come back. Our colors don't change. We're silver and black. Commitment to excellence starts up every year. No powers on earth will drown out our cheer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of our mighty silver and black, and unto these colors grew with free speech and liberty. Remember the tools. He who has ears, let him hear. I hereby declare I am a Raiders fan. I am.
Hello, Raider Nation. Welcome back to Monday Nights Live. I'm your host, Raider Homer, and I have 4 great guests lined up for tonight's show. But first, let's go over how Monday Nights Live works. It's like a football game, but instead of 4 quarters, we have 4 guests. We break for the 3 Ring Circus halftime show after the second caller, and you won't want to miss what Raider Aunt Vanessa, Oakland Raider Savage, and Raider Puppet have in store for the halftime show. Kicking off tonight's show is Joe SugaFree Ramirez of the Misfits. Then we have Ernie and OG Mari Pardo. They have some great merchandise out there. And then we'll go to the halftime show from there with new we're going to actually replay an episode, the first episode of Dome Improvement, because we want y'all to catch up on that from last year, as we are in the process of writing the new episodes for this year. So you're going to see the first episode of Dome Improvement to give you a replay, and then we're going to go and watch Raider Nation Cribs episode 2, featuring Raider Nation Wrecking Crew Cynthia IE's house. All right, now kicking off the second half of the show, we have Carla Sparkle Conley. Now Carla, she's reached out to me in the past when I was doing the Oaktown Legends segment or episode. I was doing all that, scheduling guests, and she was looking at the pictures that I was posting, and she kept reaching out to me saying, hey, you should interview this person, you should interview that person. And so I wanted to get her on the show so that she can tell you why those people are Oaktown legends. All right, and then closing out the show, I got this guy coming on. Now, I've listened to Raider Nation Radio since it started, and Gansta Raider is one of the first callers on that radio station. And I'll tell you what, that dude comes like a gangster. Full, correct, all kinds of stuff, man. This dude has an opinion. You can tell he watches the team, and he doesn't give a shit if he pisses off JT the Brick. So I fully respect Gansta Raider. So I'm excited to bring him on here for the first time here on Section 105 Media Network. Now, like I said, this is going to be a great show. This week, we don't have a Raider mailbag, but if you are a Raider merchant, quote unquote, you got shirts or patches or whatnot, go ahead and send them to me, and we'll show them in the Raider mailbag. And then we're also going to have our announcements at this part as the show develops. And I do have some special announcements coming up as far as where we are going to broadcast from remotely. So I'm excited about what's coming up for Section 105 Media Network. And tonight, for a few of the calls, maybe 1 or 2, we have a special guest host, of course, Raider Aunt Vanessa Navarrete. So I'm looking forward to getting this show kicked off. So let's go ahead and do just that. And we will get to our first caller, Joe SugaFree Ramirez.
Flexing when it comes to the Raider Nation, no contemplating. Fuck them if they hating. I'm a die Raider, draped in all black, dripping in silver from the snapback till the shit up on my chest, repping non-stop. Got my rivals tossing and turning in they beds, cause they know that the black hole is where we at, repping for the nation, wrecking crew and misfits. At it again, without a doubt, we the silver and black, keeping it real, and we never backing down. I know they feel it when them real die-hard fans come around, pumping up the crowd, showing mad love. Middle finger to your team, we don't give a mad fuck. Middle finger to your team, we don't give a mad fuck. If you wanna get technical, throw your flags, rewind this back and bump
so
that
many
track.
haters with a vision that they never pertain. Still the same in the game when they mention my name. Rated music got them clueless when we do it at bang. Misfits and wrecking crew, homie, at it again. So many haters with a vision that they never pertain. Still the same in the game when they mention my name. Rated music got them clueless when we do it at bang. Misfits and wrecking crew, homie, at it again. Raider Nation, stand up. Guess who's back, ready to tear shit up? It's ya. Yup, from that three-finger click. Wrecking crew, what it do? Dropping hits with misfits. I got that fresh Raider intro. Who's that in my window? Another hater on the nation looking for the info. I was born to be a Raider. Namek Mino certified.
That crew got the old three-finger C-sign.
You can catch me in the lot, homie J to be exact. Barbecues, act a fool while I'm sipping on the yak. Raidered up, creased out with the fresh Nike 9s. Yeah, haters stand in line. Cross seas, split trees, now they back with envy. Now the Misfits did a song with the R&W. The beginning, enjoy the ride and stack them chips. While the haters keep staring, never bump they lips. So many haters with a vision that they never pertain. Still the same in the game when they mention my name. Rated music got them clueless when we do it at bang. Misfits and wrecking crew, homie, at it again. So many haters with a vision that they never pertain. Still the same in the game when they mention my name. Rated music got them clueless when we do it at bang. Misfits and wrecking crew, homie, at it again.
Oh, wait, guess who it be? Charlie Boy Slow in the homie, yeah, from the RNWC. Know we had to click up, drop another banger for the Raider families. Still the same in the game, money on my mind, yeah, that will never change. It's a man that I gotta hustle hard every day. Catch me on my grind, man, I gotta get paid. I see you like to stay broke, well, we not the same, you can separate me from the fakes. Put some respect on it, homie, when you mention my name. Man, this Raider music got them clueless when it's gonna drop, man, you know it's gonna bang. Misfits, wrecking crew, homie, and we at it again. It's Raider Nation for life, and I ain't never pretend. Misfits, wrecking crew, homie, yeah, and we at it again.
So many haters with a vision that they never pertain. Still the same in the game when they mention my name. Raider music got them clueless when we do it at bang. Misfits and wrecking crew, homie, at it again. So many haters with a vision that they never pertain. Still the same in the game when they mention my name. Raider music got them clueless when we do it at bang. Misfits and wrecking crew, homie, at it again.
Flexing when it comes to the Raider Nation, no contemplating. Fuck them if they hating. I'm a die Raider, draped in all black, dripping in silver from the snapback till the shit up on my chest, repping non-stop. Got my rivals tossing and turning in they beds, cause they know that the black hole is where we at, repping for the nation, wrecking crew and misfits. At it again, without a doubt, we the silver and black, keeping it real, and we never backing down. I know they feel it when them real die-hard fans come around, pumping up the crowd, showing mad love. Middle finger to your team, we don't give a mad fuck. Middle finger to your team, we don't give a mad fuck. If you wanna get technical, throw your flags, rewind this back and bump that track.
Haters with a vision that they never pertain.
All right, can you hear me?
I can
Yeah, I
hear
hear
you.
you.
Oh,
Okay, good.
the technical difficulties fixed, I think. Let me turn down the gain right here. All right, guys. Like I said, you know how it is on the Raider Home. Oh, Section 105 Media channel now. Always dealing with technical difficulties. But on the phone line, we have Joe SugaFree Ramirez of the Misfits. And of course, joining me as a special guest host is Raider Vanessa. So, Joe, look,
Yes, sir.
look, even it's just catching up. My internet was jacked up right now. So it got all froze. My computer froze. So thank you for being patient. Raider Nation, thank you for being patient.
Yeah.
Coming into
All good.
the interview, we were listening to your music, but we'll get to that in a minute. I know that you had this
Yeah.
great Easter egg drive that you were doing, Easter basket egg drive that you were doing, Easter basket egg. Help me out
Yeah.
here, okay? So Joe,
Yeah, yeah.
talk a little
It was
bit
an Easter
about that.
basket drive. You got it. You got it. I got you.
All right, so tell
Yeah,
us all
man.
about
Look,
that.
it was an Easter basket drive, man. Is this past, I believe this couple weekends ago. I mean, I got a lot of stuff going on, so I forget sometimes. But we did an Easter basket drive. We were collecting Easter baskets for Child's Haven. It's a foster home over there in Vegas. And we set our goal. I set a goal, man, and just the whole Raider Nation came through, and we surpassed it by like double, bro. So and the goal to me it was a lot, man. I never really set it too high, an unattainable goal, but I set it at 80 because I didn't want to leave no kid behind. They had told me there was 80 kids in that home, and that was my goal, to get every kid an Easter basket. So, and we surpassed it by double. So that just kind of like it kind of brought a smile to my face. I mean, it's like you even get a little choked up, bro, because I wouldn't even think like we would I would have got double. So I mean, we were able to give baskets to like Cynthia IE. I was able to give baskets to a couple other clubs that were doing their events. I'm able to give some baskets to a Better Way domestic violence group over here. So we were able to spread the love around a lot. And that's what it's all about to me, man. And it just feels like whenever the Raider Nation comes together, a lot of good shit could happen, bro. A lot of good things could happen. We're big, and and we're probably I feel like we're the best fan base in the NFL, bro. So you don't see a lot of other teams fan bases doing what we do, and a lot of people that weren't even fans become fans because of the Raider Nation, because they want to be a part of it. And we just my club really believes, and it's a family thing. It's like we get to choose our family in the Raider Nation, and it's like I see my club and the people from the Raider Nation more than I see my own family. Cousins and uncles, I all these people, I see them. They're like, I know them. I feel like I know them. You know what I mean? So it's like, I when I don't see them, I miss them. So that Easter basket event, that it was more to raise for the kids, but it was also a nice event where we could all just get together and hang out and have a good time.
Yeah, I like that. How you say it's family friendly and it's for the kids and all that. That's very important. Doing stuff for the kids. Now, Vanessa, I know that you've been sharing the info a lot for this. So, is there anything you would like to say about this topic?
I can only imagine those kids' face, just priceless on getting all those Easter baskets and stuff like that. So I really appreciate what you do. So that was pretty awesome to see, a great turnout that you guys had. So I appreciate all of that.
Yeah,
Love it.
much shout out to the clubs that helped out, man. There was the Outlaws, TNBC. I hate to name them because I always I always forget somebody. So they know who they are. You know what I mean? But I always forget to name some, so I hate to just name some clubs because there's so many that help. And silent donors too always donate. So it's always a team effort. It's never just one person. But it's always nice.
All right, cool. Now, as I said earlier, we were playing y'all's song that you did with the Misfit song that y'all did with Raider Nation Wrecking Crew. Shout out to Raider Nation
Yeah.
Wrecking Crew. Those guys are legit. And shout out to the Misfits because you had us there at y'all's tailgate. You treated us kindly, like family, dude. So I appreciate that. Now, talk a little bit
Yeah.
about this new track you got coming out with the Raider Nation Wrecking Crew, dude, because I gotta say, dude, that took me all the way back to the '90s. It has a really good '90s hip hop vibe to it, man. So I can really appreciate that. So talk a little bit about that song.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my boys, my misfits, who do the music. It's Charlie Boy and Slow. And big shout out to the Wrecking Crew, to Yaya and Camino. We kind of collaborated. We've been wanting to collaborate for a minute. And we grew up in the '90s. We grew up in the best time of music, man. The best time of music was the '90s, in my opinion. So you always have to have that kind of flow and that kind of flow to that music, man. Every genre, every kind of, like, I want to say, you got the Midwest rappers, to the Dirty South, to the West Coast, to the East Coast. You could be naming them from the '90s. You could just name them off the top of your head, and that was the best era. So the guys kind of wanted to give that kind of flow, man. And it came out good, bro. Like, I really loved the way it came out. I was really happy about it. It's all about collaboration. I always feel like we're stronger together. You got a lot of people in different areas of different professions in the Raider Nation, and a lot of times when they collaborate, it's a beautiful thing. And this is one of them. We got a lot more coming out. I know the Wrecking Crew has a lot of music coming out. I think Yaya has his new album coming out. Misfits, we have our new album coming out pretty soon too. We got a video coming out. So it's a lot of good hot things coming out, man, and I'm really excited about it.
As these videos come out, I'd love to, air them on Raider Music Television that will be airing probably on Thursday nights after Trish Talks with Mr. Greenleaf hosting. So, if you'd like to come on there, and show some of your videos, dude, all you got to do is send them to me, dude. Because like I said, I don't mind, promoting the Raider Nation. Because as you said, Raider Nation, there's a lot of people in the Raider Nation that do good things. And I definitely want to help out the people that are doing great things, man, as yourself. So just let me know if we can play that video, and I'll put it on Raider Music Television.
For sure, bro. We got a couple out, and then we got a new one coming out soon. So soon as we drop it, man, I'll send it your way, and then maybe we could have the artist on there too, man, to let them know what their mindset was when they're doing it.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Well, we got some time, man.
What?
Real quick though.
Yeah.
She wants to get rid of you, Joe. She's like, you're
No,
out.
I don't want to get rid of you.
I thought we were cool, Vanessa.
I know, right? Vanessa. Hey, just making sure everybody was paying attention. That's all I'm doing.
Oh yeah.
See, just play it off like that, right?
Yeah.
Good.
So, what else do y'all got? What else do the Misfits got coming up? Surely there's going to be some more tailgates going on, dude. Because as I said earlier, man, that tailgate, we were there. We had a blast, man. We were getting drunk, man. Y'all took care of us, man. We ate. We took that picture and everything, dude. So, what you got coming up for this year as far as tailgates?
Yeah, bro. We're trying to we try to stay away from the super hot times of the year. Like August and September, because we did one in August, I believe, and it was like we were dying out there, bro. It was super hot. We're diehards, but we got a lot of people that just pass out, and the drinking doesn't help. So we're trying to do it big. We're trying to do it big as far as when the time gets as far as the weather gets a little fresher. We trying to do it big, just like we always do. It's always a good time. It's always a good time, man, having the Raider Nation out there. I always feel like if I eat, we all eat. If I drink, we all drink. You know what I mean? So it's always a good thing. I try to include all the clubs that want to come along, all different people. We try to do it big. So we got some tailgates planned. One of the big ones we're trying to trying to do it big actually with a lot of clubs is the 49er game. We're trying to do the Raiders and the 49er game. We're trying to do that one really big. So that's one to look out for. I know I want to throw a big tailgate in Denver for the Denver game, the Raider Denver game. I want to be in Denver, so Vanessa, I'll be hitting you up for that. So we could maybe plan something real big over there in Denver, Mile High. I want to go to that game and do it big. So yeah, we got some big things coming up. We always got our charity events. That's kind of what that's our foundation. So We always got our charity events going on. Always got something going on. The holidays are always a big deal for us. We always we go to Tijuana, we go to Mexico with the orphanage. We do that during that time. We sponsor a lot of kids. So we always got something going on. Just, keep up with us, and whoever wants to join is always welcome to join. I tell people, you don't even got to be a Raider fan. You just got to be a human being with heart. You know what I mean? Just you want to give back. If you want to give back, you just please join. Please join, because anyone, and any donation is always welcome.
So, Raider Vanessa, I know that you have a big heart as well. Is there anything you'd like to add to that?
So, I mean, we're always here. We're always donating, ourselves, my family, to your guys' family, plus all the clubs that I'm associated with as well. We'll get in touch with, information on the tailgate out here. So I have a feeling it's gonna be bigger than all the other years. So yeah, we'll get in touch with you on all that, and then we've got a certain spot. The Black Hole Denver chapter usually has out there. It'll be their third year, I believe. So we have a certain area there, but yeah, we'll stay in touch, and we'll get you guys down here. Everybody else, same thing here. So there's a lot of us Raider fans that have hearts, and it's all about the kids and stuff like that. So just to see their faces and stuff, and just because there's a lot of kids out there that don't have a lot, and then for them to see us do what we do, as a family, Raider Nation family. So that's pretty awesome. So.
And you'd be surprised, like this last event that we had, we set up, and it was a nicer area in Vegas. I'll say that it was kind of a upper classy area in Vegas. And we were while we were setting up, you get a lot of looks, you get a lot of looks and people passing by. And one particular couple passed by, and you could tell they felt like we didn't belong there, but mind you, I went through all the paperwork. We got permits, we got permission, we paid for the air. So I went through all the proper channels. So we were allowed to be there. It's just not like we just showed up. So, but these people didn't know that, so they wanted to know why we were there. When we explained why we were there, a few of those people actually left and said, you know what? And they came back and actually brought some Easter baskets with them. After they figured out why we were there, what we represented, they left and came back and brought Easter baskets and said, thank you very much. We need more people like you in this world, like you guys in this world. Bless your hearts. A couple people brought some shoes. They brought shoes that they were brand new. They didn't have no need for them. They were still brand new. We're going to use those for raffles for a kid that has cancer. We're going to do some raffle. I think Lonnie Cash is going to do some raffles with those. Some Navy people came and brought baskets. So it was actually surprising. Sometimes it's surprising because you can never judge a book by its cover. I know Raider Nation looks intimidating sometimes. I know we look intimidating when you see us all together, but you don't know what kind of people we are. We're actually very nice people. We just, we're just sometimes rough around the edges, but it doesn't mean we're not nice people with big hearts that have been through a lot in our lives, and we know what it is not to have something, and we know what it is to not have help, and so we want to be the help. We want to be the people who help. We want to be the people who you reach out to, because we sometimes wish that we had people that we could reach out to. So we kind of try to flip the script, and we want to show this next generation that there's a better way. There's a better way to life. And so that's our main goal, and that's what I try to instill in a lot of my people, and a lot of people that actually reach out to me to get started with this kind of stuff. That you have to have a certain mindset. It has to be in you. To do this kind of stuff, because you're going to get a lot of arrows. You're going to get a lot of stones thrown your way. You're going to get a lot of bullshit. But you have to have thick skin, and you have to be you have to be committed to it. And you have to take the good with the bad, because the good does outweigh the bad. Believe me.
Man, dude, you got me pumped up again, man. I'm ready to do some charity events, man. Every time I talk to you, dude, and it's not very much. And I need to talk to you a little bit more, man, because you are inspiring, dude. But every time I do talk to you, man, you got some good inspiring words, man. So I appreciate what you do for the Raider Nation, dude, and most importantly, repping the Raiders in the right way. You know, that's I think what a lot of people tend to forget, man, is that we're inspired by Al Davis's generous heart. We're inspired by what Mark Davis is doing in Las Vegas and what he did in Oakland. So, you know, I think that's what carries on in the fan base the most. So I appreciate what you're doing for the Raiders and the Raider Nation, brother.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
So, Raider and Vanessa, you have any final thoughts on the interview tonight?
I don't know. I'll probably mess it up.
No, you're doing great. Sitting there looking beautiful.
I was already trying to cut him off, and
no, you're doing great.
I don't know. I don't know what to say now.
Well, okay. Well, why don't you ask them where people can find them on social media?
Yeah, where can we find you? Where can we? Where can they?
You know what? I have my personal Facebook. I mean, it's Joe SugaFree Ramirez on Facebook. We have our Instagram. It's Raider Nation _Misfits. We have Facebook, Raider Nation Misfits. And any member that we have about 12 chapters. I have about 12 chapters around the country. I have San Diego, El Paso, East Bay. I have Colorado, Portland, Phoenix, Buckeye. Portland. I have a few. I forget how to name them sometimes, but Colorado. But so you can reach out to any member, and any member will, send you to the right direction. We can help you, and it never. I always tell people, look, it doesn't have to be public. We're not going to publicize it. If you need help, we're not going to go and publicize it that we're helping you. Believe me, and a lot of people get it twisted. If you see me posting about something, it's to inspire and motivate. It's not to throw it in your face, and it's not to to brag. I'm not bragging. I'm trying to inspire you and to motivate you to know that I'm a normal person. I'm not rich. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not rich and famous. I'm a normal person that's just trying to make a difference. Because at a certain point in my life, I wanted to. I wasn't the greatest person in my life. You know what I mean? I wasn't the greatest person. We've all made mistakes, and I made mistakes that karma catches up to you. And so now I'm trying to get my karma right. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get my karma right because of the bad things that I did. And at a certain point, you have to make that switch and be like, you know what? I can't do this no more. I can't do this no more. What I always tell people, look, what do you want your legacy to be? What do you want your legacy to be? If you would die tomorrow, what are they going to remember you as? You're going to remember you as an asshole that was an asshole to everybody, that always that never wanted to do nothing, the greedy person that never gave a half a sandwich if you had it? Or you want to be that person that was known to give their shirt off their back and the last $5 if you had it? Believe me, I'd rather be the latter. I'd rather be the person that's known as the person that would give you the shirt off their back rather than the greedy ass person. You know what I mean? That's what I want my legacy to be. So that's kind of where I had to make the switch. And so that's why I tell people, look, that's why I do what I do, because I'm trying to make that switch. I'm trying to get my karma right. I'm trying to show people the right way.
Absolutely, man. As I've said on this channel many a times, man, I had a troubled past, but it's all about redemption, man. That's what it really is about, dude. So I appreciate what you're doing for the Raider Nation. And once again, man, thank you for coming back on Section 105 Media Network. We're going to get you back on here pretty soon, dude. A lot more. I'm going to get you on here a lot more than you have been on the past, if you're fine with that.
Anytime, bro. Let me know. Y'all be here anytime. Just shoot me the right number next time.
Come on, man. I already started off this show.
I was going crazy, bro. I was like, what did Homer do? I was like, he gave me a 511 area code and it kept not going through. I even put 1 in front of it, and I'm like, what the hell's going on?
I apologize, man. Then the show started off, with the false start, audio problems, man. That's how it happens here on Section 105 Media Network. But I appreciate everybody's patience.
But that's what makes it fun, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, but hey, we got to get in touch with the Colorado chapter because, like I said, I'm part of the Forever Oakland too, and what we help the second Saturday of each, or first Saturday of each month. So we'll go and we'll feed the homeless. So if you're interested in that with the Colorado chapter, I totally forgot about the Colorado chapter. So we can get together.
Let me know. We'll definitely get. I'll definitely get I'll have them get in touch with you, and definitely that's something that they've been wanting to do. So
because we've got a lot of in Greeley, Colorado, we go
Yeah,
out there and we feed probably about 5, 6 people, but if we can get more
yeah,
to help
yeah.
us and feed a lot more homeless people because they're all over, we can get one group on one
There you go.
side, one part of the town and then the
Yeah,
other side, so we can work something out.
yeah. The more people you help, the better. Always,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
definitely let me know. We can definitely get that going. They would love to do it.
Heck yeah, yeah, and I always have a favorite saying. I know there's a lot that aren't religious, but God will help those who help themselves. So everything will come
Exactly.
together. So I've
It
stuck with
will. It
that
always it
saying.
always
So
does.
yep,
It always does. It's always
I'm all
stay
gonna cry.
positive. You think
Oh,
positive.
jeez, I made myself cry.
Yeah, I mean, you just if you think positive, positive things
Yeah.
happen. It's kind of
Oh
weird
yeah.
like that.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of weird. I always say to my guys too, is just think positively, bro. Shit might be going bad right now, but think positive. If you have a negative mindset going into something, it's gonna come out negative.
Hmm.
Just find the positive in something, and believe me, it turns out positive. It's kind of cheesy and corny like that, but that's the way it is. It's weird.
Oh
Hey, it's
yeah, and
okay, man. I'm
especially
cheesy. I'm corny.
especially if you experienced it, it all makes sense. With all this going on, so
Yeah,
it all makes sense. So yeah,
it,
Absolutely.
it
been
really
there,
does.
done
It
that.
really does. Yeah, it really does. Yeah. But
All right.
yeah, so it's nice talking to you guys. I mean, definitely I'll be on the show anytime you need me. Just give me a ring, man, and I'm here.
All right. Cool. Appreciate it, brother.
All right, bro.
Have a good one.
All right, see ya.
You too. See you later.
All right, Raider Nation. There you go. You heard him hung up. Joe SugaFree Ramirez of the Misfits. Great music. Doing great things for the community. Man, I'm really excited to be a part of this Raider Nation because sometimes we do some great things. Sometimes we do some shitty things, but hey, it's okay. We can call that out and work on that. But Joe is definitely a shining star in the abyss that is the Raider Nation. So what do you think,
Good
Vanessa?
example to get everybody out there and doing positive stuff, so especially within their communities and stuff like that. So it's just good to give back.
And then Forever Oakland, you had the meeting with Mike Madden.
Yeah, I know. That was pretty cool. I was like shocked on that.
Hey, that was pretty damn cool. I agree.
Yeah.
Got to talk with Mike Madden. So shout out
I
to
did.
Greg Jones and Forever Oakland for doing all the great things they do. Shout out to the Misfits and all those involved in the Easter egg basket
You saw you
drive.
asking.
I think I got it right. Close enough. There's too many names to remember, but I got that part right this time. So anyways, all right, I guess what we could do real quick. What we used to do is take a look at the chat line. We got Ezel in here. How you doing,
What's
Ezel?
up? Speedy number dose in the house.
Yeah. Jimenez in here. Video Productions. What's up, Homer and Vanessa? Nothing much. Just hanging out, doing a live. We got, who is it? Aid Castro. So we got kudos from a fellow neighbor. Nice. Good job. Keep doing the good work. We got G King in here. Liz Ramirez. And Raider at Vanessa's a moderator, as you see. And then, of course, Section 105 Media Network starting off the show as myself saying hello. So we are going to go ahead and continue and get to the next caller, which is Ernie and OG Mari Pardo. Now, as most of y'all know, they have some great merchandise out there, man. Looking great. They are responsible for all the compa necklaces out there that you see, featured on people like Fabian, Joker, Polo. I don't think Sal ain't got his yet, has he? No, he didn't get his yet. No, but he's working on it. He's working on it. And speaking of Sal, wait. Oakland Raiders Savage. Sorry, bro. They all know your government name. It doesn't matter. Just stay tuned for the Three Ring Circus halftime show where we are going to replay Dome Improvement Episode 1 because, again, we are writing out the continuation of those episodes. And then David, a.k.a. Raider Puppet. I'm sorry, guys. He's my friend, so I'm saying their first name. But he's coming with his second episode of Raider Nation Cribs featuring Cynthia IE, Raider Nation Wrecking Crew's house. So I'm looking forward to getting to that. But now we're going to get to our second caller, Ernie and OG Mari Pardo.
I would have have to say that the perpetuation of the greatness of the Raiders to take a professional football team and give it a distinct characteristic that's different from all of us.
Welcome to the Death Star, where our opponent's dreams come to die.
Raiders! Raiders! Raiders!
Coaches. Then after you have great coaches, you get great players, you have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
Say that the perpetuation of the greatness of the Raiders to take a professional football team and give it a distinct characteristic that's different from all of us.
Welcome to the Death Star, where our opponent's dreams come to die.
Raiders! 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 It's
All right, Raider Nation. We are here with Ernie and OG Mari Pardo. Hey, Ernie, OG, look, I'm happy y'all are finally coming on the channel. We met at the Raider Ranch House, which was featured in Raider Puppets Raider Nation Cribs last week. We got a chance to talk in person. The merchandise, we were showing some video clips of y'all's merchandise before this call took place. And the merchandise y'all have is great. I was talking about how y'all are responsible for a lot of the compa necklaces out there. I mean, y'all are doing some really good things with y'all's merchandise. So talk a little bit about your company and your custom Raider merchandise.
Oh, hello, everybody. Well, actually, this started when I was a little girl. I had a passion for jewelry. And like, you know how they say when you're younger, you have like a passion, but then when you grow older, you leave that passion because, you know, reality sets in, jobs, kids, family. Well, when I was younger, we lived in a neighborhood where, like, I've noticed that a lot of the people who lived in the neighborhoods were more like seniors, and they would pass away. So one day we were in the car with my family, and I noticed out of a trash can something was sparkling. So we made it home, and I went back to the trash, and I started digging through the trash, and I found jewelry in a jewelry box. And then I found some like brooch pins with like bling on them. So I would take them home, and my mom was like, "Where'd you get this?" I'm like, "I found it in the trash can." And my mom's like, "Don't be leaving it in the trash can." Then my mom would notice that I would find like a lot of gold and silver. So my mom would go and pawn it because my parents had 9 kids. So that money came in handy because they'll go pawn all the jewelry. And I would always go digging at the trash cans when somebody would pass away, and I would always find jewelry. It was like a pirate's treasure to me. I would dig, I would find jewelry boxes, money, and gold and jewelry. So that, when I did that when I was younger, but then I stopped digging in trash cans. And as I got older, I started noticing, like, you know, at games, like a lot of women were not wearing jewelry, they were wearing like big men's chains. So I'm like, let me make something. So the first time I started making Raider jewelry, I did it at a Raiders convention with Mike Summers. And in 2 hours, I didn't really take a lot of things, but in 2 hours, I sold out. Then I'm like, you know what? All this jewelry kind of looks the same as other people's jewelry. So I started making more jewelry. And then we got into the blazer with one of our friends. He would show us, oh, I make this. And we're like, okay, let's make jewelry. And then from there, everybody started getting crazy. And they're like, can you make this custom? We're like, no, not really. But like, everyone was going crazy. So then they'll say, can you make this? And we'll make it. But sometimes a lot of people don't understand that when they want something custom, it takes a lot of hours of work. To vector file like a face or an image, it takes like 8 or 9 hours. We don't do it 8 or 9 hours, but what we do is like we do 2 hours one day, 30 minutes one day. And then the person's like, where's my thing? I'm like, well, it kind of takes work making your thing. So they're like, okay, we'll wait. But after that, it just like exploded, and everybody's like, can you make this? Like, we make other things besides sports stuff. And when people see what we make, they love it. And to us, it's like, it's not about the money. It's about the person. When they see it, it's like you open a present for Christmas and you're like, wow, I never seen anything like this. So that's how we started making jewelry. Everybody went crazy for it because they never seen anything like that out there.
Yeah, it's absolutely some of the most unique Raider merchandise out there. Yeah, vectorizing those images, I can't even figure that out. It's complicated, and yeah, it takes a long time. So, you know, kudos to what y'all are doing, because you have some really great designs out there. You know, and to be attracted to the bling and turn it into something like you have within the Raider Nation and beyond, that's definitely you know, a credit to your entrepreneurship. So that's pretty badass. Now, you know.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem. Now, I know, you know, again, you know, you're connected with the compas, the black hole. Talk a little bit about your connection with the Raider Nation and what, you know, being a part of the Raider Nation means to y'all.
How you doing, Raider? Homer, Ernie?
I'm doing great, brother. Why don't you go ahead and tell us what, you know, the Raider Nation means to you?
To me, I mean, growing up in LA, you know, when I was a little boy, watching all the older kids wearing all their Raider hats and Raider gear and all that, I wasn't really into sports then. Um, my favorite player at the time was Eric Dickerson. I know he's not a Raider, but I mean, you know, later on he did. So, but a local park was recruiting for flag football. So, you know, my mom enlisted me, and you know, the day that they gave us our uniforms, you guys are the Raiders, and I was like, oh, okay. So I guess to me that day, I guess that's when I, you know, became a Raider fan.
And you, Mari, how did you become a Raider fan?
Well, when the Raiders moved here in the 80s, my brother was so happy. He's like, "Oh, we have the Raiders." My brother was always been an Oakland Raiders fan, but when the Los Angeles Raiders came here, he became a Raiders fan. And then we were always watching baseball because we were more like a baseball and basketball family. And when we started watching the Raiders, it was like, oh, that was everybody's. So when we were younger, we were watching the Super Bowl, and we had all the neighbors, they came over. We had a barbecue, and then that's how I became a Raider fan because of my brother, but all of us, my dad, my brothers, some of my family members became Raider fans, but they're not Raider fans anymore because they're like, oh, no, the Raiders left. When the Raiders left Los Angeles, they're like, oh, we're not going to be Raider fans no more. You know, they became 49er fans and other teams, but that's what I remember when I was younger. And then me and Ernie, when I met Ernie, he's like, oh, I'm a Raiders fan. I'm like, okay, he's mine.
You found a keeper, huh?
I found a keeper.
So, you know, how did y'all feel about the move to Vegas at first?
Well, we got excited because Ernie's mother owns a home in Vegas, so that made us very happy. And we're always in Vegas, too.
Yeah, no, I run into y'all a lot over there. So I'm excited. And speaking of Vegas, you know, it's got, you know, the draft is coming to Vegas. Are y'all going to be there for the draft? You going to have some of your merchandise? Where y'all going to be at?
We're planning on going, but I don't know if we're going to be set up anywhere. But usually when I'm in Vegas, a lot of the nation contacts me, so I'm always like dropping off at hotels and meeting up fans like at Ernie's parents' home, or we meet at the stadium. But every time we're in Vegas, we're always running around the city delivering orders.
Well, cool. So how are y'all feeling about the team this year? You know, lots of big changes, new coaching staff, lots of free agents coming in. Vegas just coming off of its first playoff appearance, so big expectations from the Raider Nation and from the NFL fans at large. You know, a lot of people talking highly about the Raiders. How are y'all feeling about the Raiders this year?
Oh, with all these moves and players, especially number 17, everybody knows. And then being from, you know, California and, you know, Carr, I still have a lot of, you know, Carr's going to do big things this year. No excuses. You know, he has all the weapons now, so. But, I mean, every year I say we're always going undefeated. So, you know, this year, hopefully, let's see how everything turns out.
It seems like I'm saying we're Super Bowl bound every year. Of course, I'm just a Raider homer, you know, but hey, it is what it is. Nothing wrong with believing in your team. You know what? That's the only reason I watch the NFL is because of the Raiders. I wouldn't watch the NFL if it weren't for the Raiders. So, of course, I want us to go to the Super Bowl every year. But, yeah, okay, so, again, lots coming up. Y'all are always in Vegas. Great merchandise. Why don't y'all? I know that when y'all were getting ready to come on, y'all wanted to offer some of the listeners a chance to win some of y'all's merchandise. So, Mari, if you wanted to go ahead and tell the listeners how they can win your merchandise by participating after the show.
So if anyone wants to win a custom chain. Just post a picture. It has to be like a funny picture, tailgating or at the game. Post a picture and tag me, and then I'm going to pick the best picture.
All right, I appreciate the support. Raider and Vanessa, I think this is the first time that you've met Ernie and OG. So is there anything you'd like to say to them?
Maybe I could put in an order. We can meet up on Fremont when we're in Vegas. Come by. Usually we stay at Four Queens, so it's like, oh, all right. So when you said that, you're always delivering. I was like, we'll get them on Fremont.
Yeah,
Party up with you guys a little bit.
Yeah, I'm always running around town. Like when I'm in Vegas, before I'm in Vegas, everybody's like messaging me, "Oh, you're gonna be in Vegas?" And then by the time we're in Vegas, we already have like a ton load of stuff in the car. But like I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate the compas, because they are always out there like, oh, okay, we make stuff for them. The Nomads, also the TNBC, the Wrecking Crew. The Misfits, I'm missing. If I miss someone, and the KOS family. Who else am I missing? Oh, and the. I know I'm missing some people, but and the Three Ring Circus, but I really, really would like to make stuff for lots of booster clubs and clubs, but it's kind of difficult. If anyone has a vector file, it'll be very easy for us to make your merchandise.
All right, well then why don't you tell the Raider Nation how they can get in touch with you on social media?
Okay, anybody can contact me on Facebook. It's OG Mari Pardo, and that's you can follow me on that page, and I'll also have my other page on there, which is Sterling Teak. It's attached to my Facebook, so you can catch me on there and message me.
All right, cool. Well, I thank y'all for coming on here for the first time on Section 105 Media Network. I know that I've asked y'all a couple of times, and we've missed a couple of times, but I'm excited to bring y'all back or on this channel for the first time, and I'm definitely looking forward to bringing y'all back on the channel. And you know what? We'll definitely have to do a follow-up on who wins this awesome merchandise that y'all provide. So thank you very much for coming on Section 105 Media Network, and I'm looking forward to having y'all back on.
Thank you. Thank you, Vanessa and Raider Homer.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
All right, cool. Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all out there.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Well, there you have it. Oh, wait. Well, there you have it, Raider Nation. Look, monitor. Oh, man. Technical difficulties. Hey, I told y'all we were trying to set it up a little bit more. You see what we're trying to do, trying to add some stuff. If you pay attention on some of these screens behind us, I'll put on footage that we've recorded and some of the live broadcasts that we've done out there, some of the interviews that we've had. Our content is starting to add up here on Section 105 Media Network. We have, Raider and Vanessa helping us. We have Oakland Raider Savage helping us. We got Raider Puppet helping us. And once again, Shalif, Mr. Greenleaf, he is coming on this channel. He is going to host Raider Music Television. We're just setting all that up. That's where we're going to be bringing on, talent like the Misfits and, of course, Raider Nation Record Crew. And he already has his guests lined up. Looking forward to seeing who he's bringing on. He is a professional musician. Looking forward to doing that. But anyways, we're coming up on the Three Ring Circus halftime show. Raider and Vanessa, is there anything you'd like to say about the Three Ring Circus? Because you've been around these guys a lot. We're some knuckleheads for sure. So what would you like to say about the Three Ring Circus?
No comment. No, just kidding.
What?
I don't know. Jeez. I don't know. What am I supposed to say about you guys?
Are we okay? Are we shitty? Do we suck? Are we cool? What is it?
I don't know. Y'all have multi-personalities. So I guess y'all fit in just right.
It's hit and miss, huh? It's hit and miss.
No wonder why it's the name.
So anyways, yeah, this is the halftime show has been, it's been developing over the last couple of years. Of course, Oakland Raider Savage came on with some footage that we showed during Oaktown Legends last year of Dave Monzo's birthday party at the tailgate, the 2002 Raiders game, the playoff game, where Saragusa crushed our dreams. But so anyways, now we're going to go ahead and get into the Three Ring Circle halftime show. But before we do that, we want to take time to honor our sponsor, ChuckyStugs.com, with a commercial that we have made for them. So please go to ChuckyStugs.com. You can enter Homer. I think it's Homer 15. I have to get all my promo codes together. Again, I'm sorry. You can go to ChuckyStugs.com. And look, Savage is going to tell you what code you can put in. All right, here we go.
Oh yeah, people ask me all the time, Oakland Raider Savage, how do you have so much energy? And I tell them I'm like a cup of coffee in the big time, yeah. My personality is like the cream that rises to the top. And if there's one mug that can contain this madness, it is Chucky Snugs mugs. Whether it's too hot to handle or too cold to hold, the mug will let you know. Hey, pour me a refill. Oh yeah, look at that magic right there, oh yeah. Chucky Snugs mugs. Get yours today at ChuckyStugs.com. Use promo code SAVAGE. Oh, yeah. And get yourself a little discount right there. Yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. Dig it.
Am I coming alive after this?
And now it's time for the Three Ring Circus halftime show, hosted by Raider Vanessa and Raider Homer, featuring exclusive content from Oakland Raider Savage and the Raider Puppet. All right, here we are, Raider Nation. I guess we can try to adjust this real quick. We're working on it. It's kind of complicated. This really is complicated. I know y'all want to see those anyways. Here we go. Let's adjust the girls. There we go. There we go, Raider Nation. Just for you. Welcome to the Three Ring Circus halftime show, hosted by Raider Homer and Raider Vanessa. Again, featuring exclusive content that you will find only here, I guess for now. I think they want to post it later on at some other time, but I keep trying to say, no, wait, make them wait. Exclusive content from Oakland Raider Savage and Raider Puppet. This week, we are going to look back at Dome Improvement Episode 1. As I've said before, during this episode, we are going to write continuation episodes of that series. We're hoping to get about 2 or 3 episodes in, and then in between episodes, we will feature the news report, and Oakland Raider Savage will have different skits as we go, and so will David, a.k.a. Raider Puppet. But for tonight, we are doing Dome Improvement Episode 1, and we are doing Raider Nation Cribs Episode 2. Now, you know Raider, I guess we'll go ahead and get into a little bit more of the episodes or the videos as we watch them. But Raider and Vanessa, as we get going, is there anything you'd like to say about the upcoming features?
No.
She said no. She saw him, she's like, nah, not really.
I'm like trying to remember. So that's where were you? The Raider Ranch? Is that one of them?
No, that was last week.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Then never mind. No, I don't.
Okay, well, on with the show then. Here we go.
The show must go on.
All right, Raider Nation Cribs, Episode 2.
Hey, Raider Cribs, come on in. This is my living room. To my bedroom where none of the magic happens. This is my bathroom. This is my kitchen. This is the guest bathroom. Now let's go to the drink screen. Let's set that up. I gotta move these tables out. You don't have to go home, but you gotta get the hell out of here.
All right, well, here we are back. Sorry, I'm in the middle of texting and trying to not leave dead space in the episodes. There you have it.
My God.
I'm doing this. This is. I'm flying by.
He needs
this.
an assistant, I tell you.
Yes, I do. I do need an
I'm
assistant.
just chilling here.
But hey, thank you, Raider Puppet and Cynthia, IE Raider Nation Wrecking Crew, for inviting the Raider Nation into your home. Cynthia, Cynthia, you're always doing great things for the Raider, in the name of the Raider Nation and the Raiders, for the community of Las Vegas. It's always awesome to see what you do. Vanessa, what do you got to say about Raider Nation Wrecking Crew, Cynthia, IE Raider Nation Wrecking Crew?
She's pretty awesome. I love her personality. I love how, I've got to meet her a couple times, but just seeing what she does, on Facebook and everything, all the charities that she does for the kids, the everything. So she's pretty awesome. And then to see her house like that, I was like, I thought I had a feeling it was going to be like that, but I think all of our houses are almost the same, almost, not like, so, but I mean, we're all pretty much the same, but that was a badass house. I like it. So we'll have to go over there and make sure my hands stay in my pocket.
I was going to say, when I saw that, I said, man, I need more Raider shit.
Right? I know. I was like, man, we just got a Raider shower curtain. So little by little, the Raider stuff's going in the bathrooms and stuff. And then, of course, like she says, where all this fun stuff happens in the bedroom. Yeah, okay. We got a bunch of Raider stuff in the and everywhere else in the house, too. So it's cool. It's going to be pretty cool to see what Puppet has to bring for, with the next one.
Oh, yeah. Puppet's always out there working hard. Definitely looking forward to what he's going to bring in here on the halftime show. Now, with all that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the next clip, which is Oakland Raider Savages segment, which is, of course, Dome Improvement, Episode 1 replay.
Episode of Dome Improvement. Oh yeah, I am Raider, the superfan, Toolman Savage, and here is my assistant, Sal. I wish I had an epic beard like Savage Borland. Oh yeah. Oh, we go to the same barber. We want to apologize to all the longtime fans out there. Heidi is no longer on the show due to cancel culture. The New York Jets. Guess they felt like her name was offensive to them, and they called the NFL and had her off the show. I guess they're just not over 1968. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Today we're on location at Allegiant Stadium. And the one thing we wanted to do is take a look at this huge torch. It's an 85-foot torch, the tallest, biggest 3D printed structure in the world. And that has that beautiful holographic flame up there. Man, can you imagine when this thing lights up, how big a flame that would be? You know what I'm saying? That'd be crazy out there. Oh yeah, just oh yeah. Well, you know, you're not supposed to have an actual live flame inside of a closed, like a dome like we're in. Now, I know you can't have a real flame in the dome. I understand that's not safe. I understand that there are regulations and all that with the fire code. I understand that. You think I'm crazy or something? Like I just go around and cause havoc to places? But you know, did the liberty of doing a little modifications last night, you know, just kind of, I just wanted to, you know, look around and kind of see how things going. Since they have a big old Wi-Fi, you know, connections over here, I felt like I should go and, you know, just kind of play with the system, you know, just kind of make it a little better. You know, they're going to have fans out here. The fans are coming back real soon, and for the first time, I think they should have the ultimate fan experience. You know what I'm saying, Sal? Wait, what is that? What do you got there? Well, you know, I got my handy-dandy little digital remote control, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm just going to go and tap into the system and just do a little thing, you know. Oh, yeah. So let me just work this right here. Let me just light this torch right here, right now. Oh, yeah, but you know what? I know we got a lot of power going through. Well, we need more power, right? Like mega power right there. Oh, yeah. Let's make this a little more stronger, a little more brighter right there. Yeah. Almost to the point of military right there. Yeah. No, I don't think so, Savage. No, I don't think you should go and tap into the whole network. No, don't worry. Think everything's fine. I made the right adjustments. I made the right modifications. There'll be no explosions or nothing on my end, you know. Come on, it's been a long time. You think I'm not going to learn how to make sure that things are wired correctly? Come on, man. Alright, well, that's okay. You got the... Alright, the torch is lit, okay, and... I don't know, I should be playing with all the power over there. Now, here's what I did. I want to show you a little modification I did outside right here. See, I just do a little, let me see, put the switch on right here, kind of go over right here, and bam, look at that, we're on live TV outside, look at that, wave to the people, Sal, wave to the people. Out there on the freeway, how you doing out there? Oh yeah, we're live in Las Vegas right here, and people say, oh yeah, I dig it, yeah. But you know what we need? See, right now we're over here, and there's no field here. We need the field so we can show everyone how beautiful this stadium looks with the field in here. What's a 20,000-pound field just about? I mean, it's like 72 horsepower. It's about an hour and a half long for it to come back in. Yeah, it used to take an hour and a half. But, you know, I did a little modification down there, you know, and let's just say an hour and a half is now going to be 5 minutes right here. So, oh, it's going too fast. Slow down. It's going too fast. All right, I got it. Uh-oh. God. We'll be right back after these messages. Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Davis. I know, Mr. Davis. Yeah, it's my bad there, Mr. Davis. Really, Mr. Davis? That much, Mr. Davis? All right. Okay, well, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, good news. We are selling all our season tickets for about 10,000 each. We're selling our tickets. Only serious inquiries, you know, required, please, because yeah, he said it's gonna cost a lot of money to replace the torch and the work to the field and I guess the screen on the side kind of. Well, look, at least you can say that we'll never forget this day right here. Wait, what do you mean? Sit over there. Oh, yeah.
Dope improvement.
You know?
Oh my God.
That's the same guy that unplugged the computer at the Raider Nation Explosion broadcast. Just FYI.
Right, that's what I said. I'm like, no toque nada. Don't touch nothing.
Nothing.
Don't touch nothing.
Oh,
That
man.
was, yeah. He did that pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Savage is a great writer. Savage is very creative. Looking forward to what Savage can bring to the Section 105 Media Network. Monday Nights Live, Section 105 Media Network channel, and then especially the Three Ring Circus. And of course, both David or Raider Puppet and Oakland Raider Savage are developing their own shows for later on this season. So stay tuned. This is something that we've been working on, this halftime show that's all starting to come together. So shout out to Oakland Raider Savage for writing that great episode. It's hilarious, blowing shit up. Keep an eye out for the continuation of that. And shout out to Raider Puppet for doing Raider Nation Cribs. Thank you all for participating in this channel. And Raider and Vanessa. Now, I know, you are heavy into what the Raider Nation does for the community and how active the Raider Nation is on social media and just at large as far as getting together and staying active. So what's going on this week in the Raider Nation, Raider and Vanessa?
Wow, this weekend, it's Easter, month of April. Easter is going on. So we, for the TBH Denver chapter, they're going to have a Easter egg hunt. So that's going to be at, Eagles, at the Eagles 8651 Huron Street here in Denver, Colorado. So they're doing an Easter egg hunt for the kiddos, music, food, games, prizes, and more. And that's for TBH Denver chapter. Now in Bakersfield, California, at the Elements venue, and this is with the Raider Crusaders, right? All right, so this is going to be Sunday, April 10th. And I wish I would have sent the flyers, but and you can find all this information out on Lorenzo's page too. So Sunday, April 10th, free Easter basket giveaway and Easter egg hunt. So this is going to be at, 3401 Chester Avenue, Suite 8H. So Bakersfield, California, 93301. Children 12 and under. To register a child and info, call 661-489-4122. And this is sponsored by Current Area Transportation, Inc., the Raider Crusaders, and it's going to be at the Elements venue. So that's going on April 10th. Now, also, we've got the Raider Nation Explosion, but before I get to that one, back to Bakersfield, we've got the summer kickoff going on with Lorenzo. So if y'all haven't got your tickets, there's Renfro and Perryman. Yep, they're going to be out there. Of course, they're going to be there different times. So, like I said, the information, it's going to be the Raider Nation Summer Kickoff, Saturday, May 21st. And that's going to be at Stramler Park, 4003 Chester Avenue, Bakersfield. And, like I said, those special guests, Renfro, we've got Perryman out there. So I believe the last, maybe about like 4 hours ago, they're probably already sold out. There's tickets there's like 4 tickets left, I believe, for the pre-sale for Renfro and Perryman. So you can go check that information out at summerkickoff2022.eventbrite.com. Or if you got questions, you can reach out to Lorenzo Lerma as well. But yeah, a lot of information on that. Like I said, it's the pre-sale tickets are probably already gone. So get on there and see what's what's available if you haven't got your tickets for the summer kickoff. Let me see what else. The Raider Nation Explosion, July 23rd. That's with Raider Tone, M&M Productions. So that's going to be, Raider Nation Explosion 3. I know I was out there last year. Oh my God, it was so hot. It's going to be, I'm hoping it's not going to be so hot this time. We're going to be out there. So Saturday, July 23rd, tickets on sale now. So this is going to be at the Madera Fairgrounds, 1850 Cleveland Avenue, in Madera. So there's going to be live music, food, all of that fun stuff. I mean, food. Let me see what else. Music, food. What else? I mean, it's just a family.
Margaritas. Last year they had margaritas. It was unlimited.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I was too busy walking around saving people.
Well,
it was
might
really
be
hot.
a good thing that you didn't get the unlimited margaritas.
Oh man. But yeah, so like I said, tickets on sale now. You can reach out to Raider Tone, my boss, Mike Mejia. I know Mike is his schedule is a little bit busier, but yeah, you can reach out to them for more information. But I think that's I know there's more. So anybody that has stuff going on, I try to get on Facebook a little bit more and just pull in their stuff. I got to make sure it's a legit information. If I need more information, I'll contact them to let them know. July 29th through the 31st. Here's another one. The Beach Party 2022. Join us for our 5th annual anniversary celebration. This is going to be in Baja Califas. So with the Baja Raiderette. Or Raiderette, Baja Raiderette. But yeah, so that's going to be out in for the beach party. Baja Califas is what she says on here. So, but all this information, you can search Raiders events. I know that they're putting all their flyers on there too. We're trying to get that going. There's a few people that know about that, but lately I've been seeing a lot of flyers on there. So you can go there. You can look up social media for all the information. But yeah, the 2 biggest ones, Raider Nation Explosion 3, and then the summer kickoff. And then also we've got the draft coming up. So TBH Las Vegas chapter is going to be over at the Tropicana. So they're going to be having their event there. What is that? The 28th through the 20. When's the draft? The 29th, 28th through the. Yeah, so those, I think those 3 days. But I mean, even though, we don't have, the draft or anybody in the drafts right now, but I mean, all these events going on, still Raider Nation's putting that party together, So, but, you can look up TVH Las Vegas chapter for more information, or look up Cisco Ortega, Cisco Kid, for more information on that. What else? TNBC also has his raffle that he's going to be doing on Easter for those who participated. So he's going to be picking out, I think, the names for the kids that are in the drawing. So he's going to be doing that, I think, on Easter Day. So I don't have a time yet when he's going to be doing that. And if you still want to participate, you can hit up also, or let myself know, and I can let him know if whatever donations or whatever you guys like to participate with. I think that's it.
Well, why don't you tell the Raider Nation about your YouTube channel real quick?
Oh, yeah. Yes. All right. So I've got a YouTube channel. It's not even, it's just barely getting started. I said that the last time. I haven't really touched on that, but that is going to be coming up. So you can find me on the YouTube channel. It is Raiderette Vanessa Navarrete. But I might be switching it to Raiderette Novelas. Pretty much what I kind of started a couple years back or whatever. So like a Raiderette, a lifestyle, or just getting people on there. I know everybody does their live shows and stuff like that. So I just want to just bring on whoever wants to talk. I know Raider Speedy has his lives going on the TNBC family worldwide, but mine's going to be the YouTube channel. Speedy does have his YouTube channel as well. So you can find me also on social media, Facebook, Raiderette Vanessa Navarrete. So, but that one's just a little bit more private, I guess. So I really don't have that one public. But once I get the Raiderette Novela going, then that'll be all public. And all this information that I talk about here, I will also send the flyers and stuff in there too, or put the flyers, any information that needs to get out there, just to get the word out for everybody, all the clubs that participate and do the charities and stuff like that. So yeah.
Well, great work. And that is This Week in Raider Nation, hosted by Raiderette Vanessa. So thank you again.
Welcome.
All right, cool. So with that being said, let's go ahead and move on. We got to go ahead and get Carla Sparkle Conley on. She's our third caller, so let's kick off the second half of the show. All right, Raider Nation, we are back with Carla Sparkle Conley. Carla, thank you for coming on Section 105 Media Network. You know, I was casting for the Oaktown Legends episode for this year, and you were in my inbox, you know, sending me pictures of, you know, Raider fan left and right, talking about, you know, some of the great things they've done. I'd love to get into that. But before that, let's start off like we do here on this channel and find out why and how you became a Raider fan.
Hi, Raider Homer. Hi, Raider Vanessa. Actually, I became a Raider fan in the 80s. I started watching and I saw Lyle Alzado on television, and my family, they were out of Texas, so we watched a lot of Texas football, but that brought me over to the dark side, watching Lyle Alzado, and then I just started following the Raiders after that. I started going to the games in 1995 when they returned from Los Angeles. And I didn't go to too many every year because my kids were still coming up, but I did start going on a very regular basis in 2010. That's when I connected with the Bay Area Raider Nation, and that's when things got really busy and fun.
All right, that's pretty cool. So, Carla, I don't think I met you. Maybe I have seen you here and there, maybe in tailgates, but I don't know. There's so many people. But what does the Raider Nation mean to you?
Well, Raider Nation to me means family. We were very close over there in D-Lot. We spent a lot of time together during the season and during a lot of activities after the season ended, you know, and then also it reached a point where we were attending each other's even personal events. So we went to a lot of events, and we held a lot of events during the off season, mostly charity events, but also just fun activities. And that was actually where we really got to know each other really well. So by the time the games started, then we would see each other, and it was, you know, really high powered, fast paced, you know, fun tailgate. But we all knew each other a lot better because we actually spent a lot of time together during the off season. So they're family.
So, you know, we're year 2 into the move into Vegas, you know, and a lot of people, you know, are starting to settle in. But since this is your first time on this channel, why don't you give us your opinion on the move to Vegas?
Well, I have to admit, I was very active in trying to keep the Raiders in Oakland. I was living in Oakland at the time that they moved. It was a very painful experience for me. It hurt because I knew that that would also be the end of the amount of time that I got to spend with my Raider family. I was very upset. It did turn out that I ended up moving as well out of state, so I wasn't there whether they would have stayed or not. But I did come to terms with it, and I decided that I was just going to go ahead and embrace it. I do understand that even though it's a way of life for us in the Raider Nation, it is also a business. And I just tried to come to grips with that. And from there, I just started getting excited about seeing football again. You know, COVID hit and things weren't quite the same at that point, but I did go this past season to the out to the first game for the home opener, and I went to the last game, which was very exciting, against the Chargers.
That's awesome. I broadcasted from both of those games, you know, or from Vegas, both of those weeks. You know, we were a part of the Lorenzo Lerma's Raider Crusader events over there. So that's awesome, you know.
Okay.
Were you there at those events?
Well, I went to the Black Hole Party in the hotel, Tropicana, I believe it was. But when I went to the event that you were at, I didn't go in. I didn't end up going in. It was kind of late, and we just decided that we were going to go out there to Fremont Street and take a look at what was going on out there. But I heard it was nice.
Oh yeah, it was a good show.
Hmm.
And of course, Raider Aunt
Yeah.
Vanessa, she loves Fremont
I love
Street.
Fremont. That's my
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
my
It's really cool.
oh, I wouldn't say first home, but second home, I guess, you know. So we're always out in Vegas and stuff like that. So yeah, I like staying at the Four Queens, or you know, the areas there, the casinos right there. So it's just like a party
Hmm.
out, and you know, out the front door, you know. We don't have to worry about getting
Yes.
an Uber. We can try to find our way to a um elevator and make sure we hit the right button to the room.
Mm, yeah.
Just like somebody I know here, you know, up on the
Yes.
14th floor, but
Yeah.
hit number
I think I was on
4.
the
He
fourth
forgot the
floor,
1.
looking
So
for the 14th floor. But hey, I made it. I called
Okay.
her. She took me home.
yeah, yeah. Everything happens for a reason. I had 1 bar left. My phone rings. He's like, "Where are you?" I said, "Oh my God, he's at the." Yeah, okay, I'll go help him. The minute we hung up,
Oh.
the phone just died, and I was like, "Wow,
Oh no.
okay."
That's
It
too
was the
funny.
best. We always have fun over there, you know. So, but no, I
Yeah.
look forward to, you know, hanging out with you when we do, you know, the season starts and stuff like that. So we'll be all over the place. So it's nice to actually, you know, have people on here and, you know, knowing their voice and then actually getting to meet them. I'm pretty sure I've met you here and there, like I said, you know, but, you know, just like you say, once you get to start hanging around people and stuff, you know, you accept them, you know, like family. So, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, and you met a lot of people. You know, I've seen some of your pictures. You have some great pictures. Talk, you know, a little bit about like people like Wayne and Tuzak, you know, and what they do for the community and how special that is, and you know why it's important for Raider Nation to really truly honor that style of fanship.
Well, I got in touch with you earlier because I was watching some of your shows, and I was thinking, you know, Raider Nation, especially in Oakland. I didn't go to any of the games in Los Angeles, but in Oakland, there was very rich culture there, and there were a lot of the, well, we call them characters or super fans. Mainly they were our friends, but different people have different names for them. I'll just say super fan, you know, for your show's purposes. And early on, I just never want them to be forgotten. They were such a big part of the Raider Nation, and a lot of them still are. You know, some have retired, unfortunately, some have passed away. But early on, Raiders like Raider Gloria and Spike and Chains and Lady Chains, his wife, along with Skulls and of course Rilla and Afro, Violator and Tuzak. I could go on and on. Raider Jerry, Oaktown Pirate, Metal Cindy, Dr. Death, Lady Skulls, Game Face Raiders. They came from even from the Central Valley, from Los Angeles. As you know, Tuzak and Violator are from Los Angeles area. We had Senor Raider, Raider Pimp, Kevin Green, who's the freak, Voodoo Raider, Darth Raider. I could keep going. Captain Jack, Raider Predator, Raiders, Lady Skulls, Game Face Raider, Masquerader Patty out of Southern California, Grim Raider, Riot Raider, Jester, Mob Boss, and Lady Ice. Like I said, I could go on and on and on. But one thing that really impressed me about the super fans was, in addition to the time they took during game day to spend with the children and even frankly the adults who, you know, all of us wanted pictures. um, they also, in their other spare time, they spent a lot of time doing charity work, and they didn't always make a big deal about it. Sometimes it was, you know, quiet, and they just would do it. Somebody would ask, or they would donate, and they would show up for events. And I really have a lot of respect for them for that.
Yeah, you know, I learned from Wayne early on, you know, what it meant to be a part of the Raider Nation, and so I try to adhere to that. Don't always do, you know. Sometimes I falter, but as he says, you know what, nobody's perfect. So some of the things that these guys
Hmm.
are doing, guys and gals are doing out there, are really and truly inspiring. We had Joe Ramirez on earlier, you know, and it's
Hmm.
just the list goes on and on. As you say, you know, you can just list people over and over of all the good things they do. It's a special thing to be a part of, you know what I mean? And so I'd like to, maybe give you the opportunity. I know we didn't may talk about this a whole lot, but what are some of the charities that you really hold near and dear to your heart, and that you would like to see the Raider Nation donate to?
Well, there are several. The children's hospital events that we used to participate in, I really held near and dear to my heart. Those were actually organized by a Raider, Raider B, we would call him, Steve Bigby. But in addition to that, I've always had interest in the Raider Nation Salute to Veterans. These are events that I actually organized along with some assistance from the Raider Nation, and usually in February, but not always. We would hold large events, whether it was at a VA hospital or it was at Oakland City Hall or even in one of the transition homes for the veterans. We would go out and it would be a salute to veterans where we would have food and music and we would honor them and just really spend time just sitting down, having a nice day and talking to them. Because sometimes when, seniors and especially, but veteran seniors, they don't always have a lot of family wherever they are, and it just really meant a lot to them for us to come out and just sit down, eat with them, spend time talking to them, and we would also take a lot of donations that we would gather from the Raider Nation, and we would ask the people who worked at the programs what do they need, and then whatever it was, we would take it out and take it to them, as many as we could gather. So we didn't really give a lot of cash. We would really give items.
Hey, however you help,
Mm-hmm.
you're making a dent in whatever it is you're trying to do to help. You're actually causing that effect. So I appreciate that. Now I'm looking at this picture of you and Coach Flores together. Uh, you know, Coach Flores, he was on this channel I think 2 years ago, and we did a replay with him last year. He went into the Hall of Fame finally. I was there. It was a
Yes.
special thing to see. We're going to be at the Hall of Fame this year with Cliff Branch. What do
Nice.
you think about the Hall of Fame and Cliff Branch? It's taking so long for Cliff and Coach to get in there. And who are some of the Raiders you feel like could be in there and they should be in there?
Well, um, for Cliff Branch, we share a birthday, August 1st. So I've always called him my birthday twin. May he rest in peace. And I was able to meet him on many occasions, actually. The one benefit I had from living in Oakland and in the Bay Area over the years was that the Coliseum and the Raiders headquarters and everything was just a few minutes away. I lived 15 minutes from the Coliseum in North Oakland, and whenever something came up, I could be there very quickly. So I kept my ear to the ground. I always listened, and I tried to determine what's going on, and whatever was going on, I was there. So it wasn't so much that I had any type of privilege. It was just that I was always in the right place at the right time, and I got to meet many, many players, including Coach Flores, who I have great respect for. And actually, I met him at one of Lorenzo Lerma's, well, I don't know if that was the first time, but I met him at one of Lorenzo Lerma's parties that he had. It was like a kickoff party. And I did see him in one or two other places as well, including at the games. Some of the players actually were regulars in the tailgate. They would come by in the earlier years when everything was just really cool out there. Rod Martin, Jeff Barnes, Lincoln Kennedy. At any point, you could see them coming through the tailgate. They'd stop and talk. They might have a bite to eat. They might bring family members, like Jeff Barnes would bring his wife. And Cliff Branch, we could also often find him over in Raiderville, which was across the little bridge for us because we were in D lot. But if we went over to Raiderville, then he would be there, and some of the other players would also be there, and they would sign and they would do interviews or host shows, like Bill Romanowski. He had a regular show there, and he would have guests, so his guests would also be there. So, oh, in addition to that, I was also involved with, like I said, the Save Oakland Sports, and Kenny Shed and some others were also involved in that, especially early on. So they would come out, and so I did get to know some of them on a more friendly basis, but a lot of them I just got a chance to meet. So I can't say that I really know them really well, but they were very friendly, and I was really excited about meeting them.
Yeah, I always enjoy meeting players. I got to meet Bo Jackson. I got to meet Jeff Hostetler. I've been able to
Nice.
meet many players over the years. I
Oh,
even
cool.
shook Tim Brown's hand at his toy drive here in last
Yes.
November. So it's special to meet these players. Being a Raider fan is something that it's unique to all fan bases. These players do care. The alumni always comes back and is active in the community and active in Raider events. And so it's special to see. And I'm
Yes.
glad that you have all these great stories. This being your first time, I'm excited to have you on here, and I cannot wait to get you back on here to talk a little bit more. Hopefully, you weren't too nervous, you know what I mean? Because I feel like you got a lot more stories. I mean, you were really, really working hard, helping out with who should be on Oaktown Legends, and I do appreciate that. And I'm looking forward to having you back on here. Now, before I let you go, though, I would like for you to talk in general about how you're feeling about this team this year, because a lot has happened in the offseason, and we're due for a Super Bowl.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited about this team because now Carr has so many weapons as long as we hold on to them, because we have Waller and, of course, Adams, which I'm really, really excited about, Renfro, Max Crosby, just the kicker. Even, the kicker won a lot of games for us. He was awesome. So, so actually, I'm just really excited. There's no looking back. We're looking forward. We're looking to some good years. We got farther this year, and I think that this upcoming year, everything's in place for it to be great. So now we just got to get out there and do it.
Absolutely. Love the positivity, love the positive attitude. Looking forward, as I said, to get you back on here. We're working on some shows coming up down the road, so we'll find a spot for you. And definitely any kind of clips or anything that you would like to send to me in email, send them to me and I'll play them at some point during the shows. Because I know that you got a fantastic story and you are already made for Monday Nights Live. You came on here swinging the bat. I appreciate that.
Oh, well, thank you. And just to let you know, when I was in the black hole, I was in section 108, so I was close by.
Nice.
But
nice.
But thank you so much for having me on. And yes, I have a lot of clips, and I'll send them to you.
All
I
right, cool.
promise I'll
Now,
do
before
that.
we let you go, tell the Raider Nation where they can find you on social media, please.
Oh, well, you can find me on my page, Carla Sparkle Conley, and I don't really have I don't do much on Instagram. I'm OG. I have one, but I don't really do a lot there. So really just my Facebook page, Carla Sparkle Conley. But if I could just give a really quick shout out to the Space City Raider Nation here in Houston, because when I moved, they took me in. I had been involved in some other clubs in California. And so here, Space City Raider Nation has embraced me, even though I can't go and hang out with them all the time, but I really do appreciate the love that I get from them. And shout out to KOS 510 also, back in California.
Nice. All right, cool. Raider Vanessa, is there anything you'd like to add?
No, not really. I just kicked myself in the butt because I sat with Cliff Branch and just talked to him, but I never took pictures of him.
Yeah.
Or with him, so I'm like, oh man, I should have, sat there. I'm always taking like selfies with everybody else, but I was sitting there listening to the conversation that we were having and how we grew up and, talking about football.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. I appreciate your stories and stuff like that. So, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, he was a great guy. At least you had the experience. You had the experience, and you know it.
Yeah,
So
and he
that's
came
always
down here
important.
because, out here in Colorado, he came down here for, let me see, we had an event going on, and that's one of the clubs that I started out with in 2014 was the Oakland Raiders Soldier Booster Club, So
Oh, okay. Yes,
yeah. Shout out to Troy Martinez. That's who I started out with, and he was able to bring Cliff Branch down, and of course Lincoln Kennedy. I'm getting to know him a little bit more. That guy's a character, I tell you. She's a crazy guy.
Yes.
Him and his boots with the fur and stuff like that. And I looked down. He's like, Vanessa, did you really look at my feet? I'm like,
what are you wearing?
Candy? I was like, hold on. Yeah, because he's so tall and I'm so short. He's taller than me. So I looked down because he was talking about like the stilettos with fur. And I looked down and he's like, really? As he's signing an autograph for me. And I was like, oh, well, sorry. But I have plenty of pictures with him and stuff. So yeah, there's a few more that I've got pictures. It's just it's just fun to get to know them and stuff like that. But that's what I want to. That's one of my goals is especially like getting with the players. But I just can't get excited and be like, dang it, I didn't take a picture. Because I get all excited.
Yeah. They're great guys. Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thank you, Carla, for coming on Section 105 Media Network, and we'll look forward to having you back on. And y'all can swap stories about picture with players and all this and that as we go.
There you go.
Okay, thank you. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, Raider Nation, there you go. Our first interview here on Section 105 Media Network with Carla Sparkle Conley. Looking forward to having her back on this channel. And I still got this screen right here. Sorry. Blocking your beautiful face. I apologize, my love. Well, yes, sit closer. God. Yes, please. Wait.
Stop it.
Let's take that selfie.
No toque nada.
No toki?
What?
I'm going to be taking a toki later.
Not his Spanish is horrible.
Okay. You talk about taking a toke. My bad.
My bad.
Sorry.
He forgot the on it. No toque.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to our final caller of the night, Gansta Raider. As I said, he is a caller on Raider Nation Radio. This dude does not give a shit who he pisses off, and he comes with an opinion that is well thought out. So I'm looking forward to having him on.
Should we apologize in advance for him, or not even?
No, hell no.
Oh,
we're Raider fans. We don't apologize in advance. All right. I mean, we just roll it out and say it like it is.
Sounds good. All right.
Right? I mean, it's positive to tell the truth.
Okay. Yes.
It's positive to tell the truth. Okay, but we'll leave that alone. All right, let's get to our final caller of the night, Gansta Raider.
Big bad wolf knows badass, and this is badass.
You can tell from the walk what you saying, man. Ain't no time for no talk when we Raiderin'. Outlined in chalk how I hate her and see us ride or die with my Raider friends. So live with pride at the Raider events. Stay hands, stay high. We got a hit list, all black on line like bottomless pits. See, we do it for life at the top of the list. Salt and pepper, sugar, man, like the butter on grits. Got a lot of flavor, man, that's 100%. It's the high-stepping brother who hit them with bricks. Ain't a motherfucker out here that can do it like this. It's just the way the eye ripper ladies wiggle their tits. All my Raiders in the building, nothing bigger than this. I think it's time that we get it. All the love that we give, cause we love that you with it. Everybody with a shouty, everybody with a Raider for life. Let's Raider for life. You wanna be with a party with a party with a life. Let's Raider for life. Let's Raider for life. Let's Raider for life. Let's Raider for life. Yeah, we love everybody that Raider for life. Let's Raider for life.
It's only one nation, home court, and that's Raiders. All season we make moves, player no need to hate us. We about to show the world that we taking it back. Don't give a fuck about your team, this silver and black. All my Raiders round the world, go ahead and pump your fist. 4-Dub and Big Ski, man, we got another hit. Ride or die, boy, I'ma never jump shit. Cut me open, Raider juice all over the carpet. And it's a bitch to get it out. So homie, don't even try it. Don't keep fan talking shit. I might just start a riot, but I'm trying to keep cool, just trying to have fun. We're the females, I'm trying to find one. Raider Reds, where you at, baby girl, let's party. I'm in the function having fun, and I'm out to Bacardi. Everybody that know me know I'm repping it right. And guess what? It ain't a secret, I'm a Raider for life. Yeah.
Everybody with a shouty, everybody let's Raider for life. Let's Raider for life. You wanna be with a party with a party with a life. Let's Raider for life. Let's Raider for life. Let's Raider for life. Let's Raider for life. Yeah, we love everybody that Raider for life. Let's Raider for life.
Some got hopes and dreams, we got ways and means. The supreme dream team, and we're back on the scene. They call me Raider to the men. Stick another statistic of this Raider fan nation, and I'm feeling ballistic. Friends with the real OG, and I always make sure my blunts are roll fat. I'm a cool cat, and I love everybody, even other fans, until they start acting shoddy, but they getting kicked out. We love to stay lit. Shout out to Pirate in heaven runs the ship. Shout out to old legends who still show us love. Old school holding down the fort from above. Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a Raiders fan, no time to talk. My music loud and skulls and shields, all silver and black and the power we feel.
The Raider Nation.
For life. To all my fallen members of the Raider Nation legacy, we're gonna miss you, and we love you.
Big Bad Wolf knows badass, and this is badass.
You can tell from the walk what you saying, man. Ain't no time for no talk when we Raiderin'. Outlined in chalk how I hater and see us ride or die with my Raider friends. So live with pride at the Raider events. Stay hands, stay high. We got a hit list, all black on line like bottomless pits. See, we do it for life at the top of the list. Salt and pepper, sugar, man, like the butter on grits. Got a lot of flavor, man, that's 100%. It's the high-stepping brother who hit them with bricks. Ain't the motherfucker out here that can do it like this. It's just the way the eye for ladies wiggle their tits. All my Raiders in the building, nothing bigger than this. I think it's time that we get it. All the love that we give. All right, let's go.
All right, Raider Nation. Thank you for staying tuned all night for Monday Nights Live. Right now, we got Gansta Raider on the phone. I'm excited to have Gansta Raider on the phone. Gansta Raider is no holds barred opinion on the Raiders. And as you saw in some of these pictures that you've seen so far, he is definitely still a part of the Raider Nation. As you see Silver and Black Panther right now standing next to him. Fun fact about Silver and Black Panther, he is the cousin to my brother Mark. So I'm happy that you have a picture with him. And of course, you have a picture with the mob boss, who is a longtime guest as well as viewer here on Section 105 Media Network. Thank you, Gangsta Raider, for coming on. I've talked long enough. Please let us know how you're feeling.
I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling from LA representing, you know what I'm saying, for the Raider Nation. And I've been a fan since they was in Oakland the first time. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, my first football game, I remember watching with my Uncle Butch. I was 5 years old, and they was in Oakland the first time. And I think they was either playing Green Bay or it might have been the Donkeys. You know what I'm saying? But they really was just smashing them, like ragdolling the other team. And I was like, I really like this team. I'm like, who is this, Uncle? He was like, this the Oakland Raiders. This the team right here. And then, you know, about a year or two later, they moved down here to L.A., and I remember it was a big deal. Everybody was like, the Raiders are coming to L.A. First, people couldn't believe it. Then when they actually came to L.A., it was such a big deal, like took the city by storm. I mean, everything was silver and black when the Raiders came. Even the L.A. Kings, because a lot of people don't remember this, but the L.A. Kings used to be purple and gold like the Lakers. The Lakers. I call them the Lakers because I'm a fan, you know, so I can't stand the Lakers, so I call them the Lakers. But the Kings used to be purple and gold like the Lakers. But once the Raiders came, even the L.A. Kings changed their colors to silver and black, and they still silver and black to this day. That's the effect the Raiders had on L.A. when they came. And when they came and when they won the Super Bowl, I remember I was about, I'm 48 now, so in 83, I think I was like 9. You know, but I remember them black and silver T-shirts. It said World Champion Los Angeles Raiders, and them T-shirts were so dope. I begged my uncle to buy me one. I was like, Uncle Butch, please, can you buy me one? He was like, I got one, but I don't think it's your size. I said, no, I want one to fit my size. And he went and found me one, and I cherished that T-shirt till it got raggedy and holes in it, and I still was trying to wear it. I went and got it reprinted up like a few years ago, but I've been a Raider fan since they was in Oakland the first time. So when they came to L.A., it was like a dream come true to me. And then when they left and went back to Oakland, I wasn't even mad because I'm like, they from Oakland. You know what I'm saying? So
I could see if they left and went somewhere else. That's why I don't like these punk ass, Raider fans that turned their back because they went back to Oakland. The only reason they went back because they wouldn't give Al Davis a stadium. If they'd have gave him a stadium down here, they would have never left L.A. You know what I'm saying? But they, Pete Rozelle wanted the L.A. market to himself and everything, so that's why he was going back and forth to court with the NFL to try to get a stadium. You know what I'm saying? The Coliseum. That wasn't a real good venue for NFL football. First of all, it was 92,000 seats, so you had to sell out 92,000 seats for it to be a sellout, which we didn't have no problem doing, when we was winning. But after we started losing, it was hard to sell out them games or whatever. But like I said, if you was really a true Raider fan, you can't get mad at them going back home. I could see if they was going somewhere else, you know what I'm saying, like San Diego or, somewhere. But they just went back home to Oakland. You can't spell Oakland without L.A. anyway, so what's the big deal? You know what I'm saying? So all you punks that turned y'all back on the Raiders when they went back home to Oakland, y'all wasn't no real Raider fans in the first place, according to me. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, like I said, he holds back not at all, man. It's all no holds barred. I appreciate your truthfulness, dude, and your honesty. Now, I have to ask, right? So you were there for the L.A. move, the Oakland, going back to Oakland. Now they're in Vegas, man. How are you feeling about Vegas?
Well, at first I was kind of mad when we didn't get the both to be down here with the Scrams, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't really want to share a stadium with the Scrams anyway, you know what I'm saying? So I think it worked out for the best, you know what I'm saying? Because Vegas and the Raiders, Sin City, it seemed like it go together, you know what I'm saying? Sin City, Raiders, you know what I'm saying? And we turned Sin City into Win City since we made the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to copyright that too. You know what I'm saying? We turned the Sin City into Win City. You know what I mean? But, I love it. You know what I mean? Because we got our own stadium. We got the best stadium in the league. Because, this little SoFi stadium is like a metal canopy. It don't compare at all to the Black House. I call the Legion Stadium the Black House. Everybody else want to call it the Death Star, which I think is whack because the Death Star got blown up twice. You know what I'm saying? But, since we got the new capital of the Raider Nation, that's in Las Vegas, and just like they got the White House in the nation capital, we got the Black House in the Raider Nation capital. So I call it the Black House, you know what I'm saying? So we got our own stadium, the best stadium in the world, because SoFi is just like a metal canopy. I drive by it every day. It don't even look like it's finished. It's like a big metal canopy. It's like, it's not even enclosed. It's like, wind whipped through there, all through there. It don't even seem like it's finished. You know what I mean? And then remember when we played the Dischargers, excuse me, and they had to have a weather delay it's supposed to be a dome. So how you gonna have a weather delay in a dome? That's because it's not really enclosed. It's like a big metal canopy. It doesn't compare to Allegiant Stadium at all. And I've been on the stadium too. As a matter of fact, my son, who been Raider fans all their life, my oldest son turned 21 on May 18th, and I'm taking him on his Allegiant Stadium tour because he haven't been to Allegiant Stadium yet because we were supposed to go, but the pandemic and everything and all that. So he's just going to be his first time getting able to do the Allegiant Stadium tour. It'd be my third time taking the tour, but I'm going to show him a good time on the Allegiant tour, and he turned 21, so I'm going to show him a good time out there in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? And this is after the draft. So I'm coming out there to Vegas for the draft, and I'm coming again on May 18th to celebrate my son's 21st birthday and take him on the Allegiant Stadium tour. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's a perfect fit. Look at all the money we making now since we've been to Vegas, and I think we wouldn't got the free agents that's coming now too. Because first of all, Nevada is a state with no income tax, and that's very, very different than California. You know how it is out here in California. These taxes out here and the regulations is, boy, it'll drive you to want to move to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? But I think it worked out perfect. We got the perfect stadium, and then we got a whole new, brand new fan base who I feel is embracing and taking on the Raider ways and everything. And so it's a perfect fit to me. You know what I mean? I really think Al Davis wouldn't have wanted any other way because he didn't want to share no stadium because they was talking about sharing a stadium with the 40 Winers. Al Davis didn't want that, you know what I'm saying? And so I like the fact that we have our own home finally. It's state of the art. It's the best stadium in the world if you ask me because SoFi it's like it's a metal canopy with a bunch of flashy lights and a big old video board screen and go wrap around the stadium, but it doesn't compare to Allegiant Stadium. I've been in and out that stadium a few times, and every time I go, I'm impressed. You know what I'm saying? So I get more and more impressed. impressed, every time I go. I think it's worked out perfectly. Only thing I wish it could have stayed in Oakland, but I don't think we'd have got the kind of stadium and the kind of like, what's the word, the cachet we got now. You know what I'm saying? Because now we like one of the upper echelon teams in the league just with that stadium and where we located in Nevada. So, you know what I mean? I really, it's always, and I'm one of the only few people I can say I've been to all three stadiums. I've been to the Oakland Coliseum, I've been to the LA Coliseum, and I've been to Allegiant Stadium. How many Raider fans can say that?
Not very many at all. And I was just gonna say, from the Bay to LA to Las Vegas, I'm a Raider, and you have
Mm-hmm.
been to all of those, man. That's awesome, dude. You know what? So you've seen Al Davis. You know, you saw him as a child win the Super Bowl, and you saw all that he went through. You saw the move and all this and that. A lot of people were talking shit, you know, about Mark Davis and what he was doing with the Raiders. You were saying, hey, you're a Raider all the way through, or you're not a Raider. So talk a little bit about Mark Davis, because like I said, a lot of people were talking shit about him, but now he owns two sports teams, right? He's all wrapped up in Vegas, bringing in income. There's so much income coming into Vegas. He laid the groundwork down for NFL players to work with cities to get stadiums built, and it's proof in that the Buffalo Bills were just talking to Mark Davis about, you know, what it took to get that stadium built. So how do you feel about Mark Davis, you know, compared to Al Davis? Of course, there's really no comparison to Al at all, but it is his son, and he's trying to blaze his own trail. How are you feeling about Mark Davis so far?
Man, you must have read my mind, because I was just, I wanted to speak on that when I was thinking about it this morning. I said, I want to speak on Mark Davis because y'all got to put some respect on Mark Davis's name. First of all, that's the son of Al Davis, and so he deserves cachet just for that. But the way he handled it, not only the move from from Oakland to Vegas, and the way he finessed it, and the way he could have went home and cried when he lost down here in L.A., but nah, he went and formed an attack plan. A lot of people said it couldn't been done because, the gambling and all that, the stigma associated with Vegas. He didn't care about none of that. He got it done. He got a state-of-the-art stadium built. He didn't have to spend a lot of his own money. He got the state to do it, and he finessed it. He got the right people to get involved with the investments and everything. He set it up perfectly. And like I said, y'all need to put some respect on that man's name. You know what I'm saying? That's Mr. Mark Davis. You know what I'm saying? He's the new Mr. Davis. Say his name right, because without him, none of this would have happened. You know what I mean? And he did what I think his father would have wanted him to do. You know what I'm saying? I know Al Davis would be proud. Like, you did it. You got a stadium. You know what I'm saying? And you make us viable. Now you got more money than ever, and the Raider franchise is worth more than it's ever been now, and it's under his guidance. So like I said, you need to put some respect on Mark Davis's name. Mark Davis did right by us. He could have been like one of those trust fund babies and like just didn't really care about the team and just wanted to make sure he was comfortable or whatever, but he put his neck out on the line, because if this didn't work, it could have looked bad on him. I know it could have been bad financially for the whole family, but he did what it needed to be done to get done, and it did. I mean, he did what it needed to do for it to get done, and it got done. You know what I'm saying? He had the business acumen to do it. He had the foresight, and a lot of people think he didn't do it. They used to tease his haircut. They used to tease the way he dressed. But now look at him now. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he got the Raiders in a viable position, and he owned the Las Vegas Aces, and he making them more and more relevant. He got the best female coach in basketball, Becky Hammond, coaching them, and so he's making all the right moves. You know what I'm saying? So I'm proud of him. So I'm sure Al Davis will be proud of him, because that's part of the reason I became a Raider fan too. Once I found out about Al Davis and how he did his own thing and didn't care what nobody else said, and if you told him he couldn't do it, he proved you wrong. That's me right there. Like, me and Al Davis are kindred spirits. You know what I'm saying? Just like when I knew during that tuck rule game, because remember, even after that they cheated us with the tuck rule, it was still 22 seconds left. We had 2 timeouts. We had the 2 best wide receivers in NFL history, in Tim Brown and Jerry Rice, and we had Janikowski, who could kick it from 60 yards or more, and you kneel down? I was like, I knew Al Davis was going. I mean, I thought he was going to fire him. I didn't think about a trade, but I knew he wasn't going to let Gruden coach the team no more, because that's what you keep. That's winning time. 22 seconds left. It's a tie game in the snow, in the playoffs, and you going to kneel down? and you got two of the best wide receivers in NFL history. You got Jerry Rice on one side, Tim Brown on the other. We got 22 seconds left and 2 timeouts. We could have marched down the field, got in the field goal range, kicked the field goal, and still won that Tuck Rule game. And if we would have won that Tuck Rule game, there's probably no Patriot dynasty. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, that was Tom Brady's first playoff game. Remember they talk about he was undefeated in the playoffs? He actually lost that playoff game. Who was the second? And then, you know, when that after that happened, we traded Gruden to Tampa Bay. You know what I'm saying? Then he went on and, you know, won the Super Bowl with them. Who says none of that happens if they, you know, if he used the 22 seconds, uses 2 timeouts, and the 2 best receivers in the field just to get in field goal range, the whole Raider history would have been changed. But I say that to say, because once I knew when he we kneeled down and ran the clock out, I knew. I said, Al Davis is going to fire him, because I would have fired him. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't think about a trade. I just knew that was his last time coaching the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, me and Al Davis are kindred spirits. So I know this feeling I have about what Mark Davis is doing. Al Davis will be beaming from ear to ear. Like, look at my boy. That's my boy. You know what I'm saying? So you need to put everybody, not only Raider Nation, but the NFL, the media, everybody needs to put some respect on Mr. Mark Davis's name and apologize and kiss his ass, because he did what needed to be done. He went through the fire. He took on he stood on the front line, took all the took all the shrapnel and all that, and he handled it. Now, you know what I'm saying? He's war proven. He's ready. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody tell him nothing. And he's one of the best owners in the NFL now. Everybody's finna start kissing his ass like they should. So put some respect on Mr. Mark Davis's name. And I salute you, Mr. Mark Davis, straight from Gangsta Raider. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Let me segue in here right now. I called JT the Brick Show for the first day of Raider Nation Radio. Now, I know you were listening to 95.7 The Game as well back then. That's another thing that Mark Davis has done, is just brought this syndicated radio show for the Raider fans everywhere, dedicated to the Raiders. It's perfect the way that it all worked out. Now, you're talking a little bit about the tuck rule and everything like that. Let me ask you this, right? We got Ziegler and we got McDaniels right now, both heavily involved in the success of the Patriots, right? I mean, come on. You know, a lot is being made right now, the Patriot way turning into the Raider way. A lot of fans are upset. They were saying, oh, this is the Patriot way. This is not the Raider way. But if you stop and think about it, you know, you being an Al Davis fan as I am, Al Davis was just win, baby. You know, I guarantee that Al Davis would have, you know, preferred Belichick over Gruden, considering that Amy Trask was trying to get that to happen back in the day. So what do you think now about the Raiders trying to adapt the Patriot way? Because remember, Gruden wanted, or Al Davis wanted Gruden, and Trask wanted Belichick, so it could have all changed before the Tuck rule. But now here we are, with the Raiders adapting the Patriot way. How do you feel about that, man? You know, because the Patriots, they are what they are. They were the Raiders back in the day, right? They were winning, and Mark Davis he's not worried about opinions and things like that. He's trying to catch the team up to this modern era. So how are you feeling about this new quote-unquote Patriot/Raider way?
That's a misnomer. There's no Patriot way. It's the Raider way, and they just doing it under with Raider players. All these players that they using, they're Raider players. You know, it's the only one that's not a Raider player, and he grew up a Raider fan, is Devontae Adams. You know what I'm saying? That's the only one. Everybody else has already been on the team except for the new free agent signings. You know what I'm saying? And when have you really known, except for last year, the Patriots to really go out and do a lot in free agency? That's not their way. So that's not the Patriot way. It's the Raider way. Al Davis was known, when he wanted to go get somebody, he go get them. You know what I mean? Just like with the Bo Jackson signing. A lot of people don't even know how he got Bo Jackson, but he was supposed to be with Tampa Bay, but he refused to play for Tampa Bay. So they had a supplemental draft, and Al Davis drafted him. You know what I'm saying? Well, he swore he would never play in the NFL. And Al Davis drafted him, convinced him to come play with the Raiders. Then we got Bo Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So that's the Raider way. You know what I'm saying? Forget all that bullshit they talking about the Patriot way. You know what I'm saying? The Patriot way is cheating, recording. You know what I'm saying? The NFL looking out for you, the refs cheating for you. You know what I'm saying? Does everybody know that was a fumble? It was a fumble. That Tuck rule gave everybody, and the ruling on the field was supposed to be he was in the act of passing. You know what I'm saying? Remember, in the actual game, the ruling on the field was he's supposed to be in the act of passing. They didn't come out with that Tuck rule shit to the league from the next day. You know what I'm saying? The league had to cover his ass. You know, but the ruling on the field was that Tom Gady was supposed to be in the act of passing. How you in the act of passing with both hands on the football? You know what I'm saying? So it was conspiracy then. So that's the Patriot way. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Remember videotape, videogate, and all that shit. That's the Patriot way. You know what I mean? Cheating and hoping the refs help you out. That's the Patriot way. The Raider way is like he say, we take what we want. You know what I'm saying? Like in the first few minutes of the game, their quarterback must go down hard, and we don't just run the ball away. We take what we want. If the first play of the game you want to throw a bomb, we throwing a bomb. We take what we want. That's the Raider way. You know what I'm saying? We wanted Devontae Adams, we took him. You know what I'm saying? We wanted Chandler Jones, we took him. You know what I'm saying? That's the Raider way. That's the Al Davis way. That's the Mark Davis way. They wouldn't let us come to L.A., so we took Vegas. They said we couldn't come to Vegas because of the gambling and all that. We did it anyway. You know what I'm saying? You tell us we can't do something, we going to do it anyway because we gangsters and we Raiders, and that's the way we do it. You know what I'm saying? That's the Raider way. Fuck the Patriots way. I don't want to hear that shit. Excuse me. I didn't mean
don't
it,
excuse yourself. You're good, man. We can say what we want to say on this channel, man. I appreciate this, dude. This is a great call, man. Something I think the Raider Nation needs to hear, man. A lot's been said, about how, we should be doing things. But I think there's said, we definitely need people like you that are going to say what needs to be said, man. So I appreciate you coming here on Section 105 Media Network. But before I let you go, man, give us a prediction and then tell the Raider Nation how they can find you on social media.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What you say?
Okay, so I appreciate everything that you've done with all this honesty coming on here and speaking honestly, man. Before I let you go, give the Raider Nation your predictions, score record-wise, and then tell them how to find you on social media.
All right, I think we win at least 13 games. I say we can go either 13-4 or all the way to undefeated. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking at least 13 wins. So everybody hop on that because Vegas got us only winning 8.5 games. Raider Nation, everybody go bet that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause just like last year, they said they only had us winning 6.5 games. I won money on that too. So I'm telling everybody in Raider Nation, go bet that 8.5 games, and we gonna win at least 13. And you can find me on Facebook under my real name is Garnett King, and I have a Gangsta Raider page on Facebook. And I have a Gangsta Raider Instagram, and also have a regular Instagram, which is G King the Great. You know what I'm saying? But it's GANGSTA Raider. You know what I'm saying? Gangsta Raider on Instagram and Garnett King on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? And also I want to say that when we go to Canton this year to celebrate Cliff, let's make it a big old party, and this year in the draft, because we don't have no pick in the first 2 rounds, so we should just party the whole first 2 days. You know what I'm saying? It should be a big old Raider. And nobody party like the Raider Nation anyway. Ain't nothing but a Raider party, and get at me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be out there, and Raider Homer, you're going to see me. You know what I'm saying? So let's just do it. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it big Raider style. You know what I mean? And thanks. This is an honor. It's an honor, and thank you for letting me be on the show, Raider homie. And what up, Carla Sparkle? You know what I'm saying? I've met her a few times, and she is the bomb. And also Judy Womack, too.
All right, cool.
And all the Raiderettes. I love y'all.
All right, brother. I appreciate you coming on here. Looking forward to getting you back on.
All right, for sure, for sure. Keep it gangster. I'm gone. Raiders!
Raiders! All right, brother. All right, Raider Nation, there you go. It's time for the 2-minute warning. Gangsta Raider, find him on social media, man. He does not give a shit how you feel about what he says. He's going to say what he says. We might be taking cues from him here on Section 105 Media Network. Hey, 2-minute warning, all right? This is where I'm going to give you my rant, my breakdown on the team, how I'm feeling about certain things. And I got to say, one thing is now the news came out that Daniel Snyder may finally be getting in trouble. Now, I know this is beating on a dead horse, but I'm in Colorado, so fuck the donkeys, right? We'll beat the shit out of that dead horse. You know what? Dan Snyder should have been the first one to be fired and not John Gruden. Now, what John Gruden did and said was totally admonishable, but you know what? People deserve second chances, and that's what the Raiders are about, right? The second chances. And I know that a lot of people may disagree with this, maybe even Gangsta Raider, but I gotta say this. John Gruden and Mike Mayock put together that team that Gangsta Raider was talking about being the Raider way. Renfro, Waller, we got Miller. Well, that was Reggie, but it was still John. We got a lot of players from that regime that are still a part of this team. And you know what? They went to the playoffs for the first time since the 60s under an interim head coach. That's the first time any NFL team under an interim head coach has gone to the playoffs since the 1960s. That's the kind of roster that John Gruden and Mike Mayock put together, and the NFL knew that the Raiders were getting ready to come back with that old school smash mouth, in your face football, and they were going to kick ass and take names later. But hey, it is what it is. Onward and forward, right? We're moving on with Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, and we're going to win some Super Bowls again, especially with Derek Carr. So that does it for the 2-minute warning. We are on our way out. Woo! So, well, my scroll is a little late. Of course, Monday Nights Live is sponsored by Chucky Stuggs. Shout out to all the musicians that helped out or allowed me to play their music here on this channel, and they have for the last couple of years. Looking forward to hopefully broadcasting Raiderhead's concert in Vegas for the draft. That's a little sneak peek. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I put the email in. We'll see what happens. Of course, and Monday Nights Live is produced by myself. Three Rings Circus halftime show is hosted by myself and Raiderette Vanessa. Dome Improvement is written and directed by Oakland Raider Savage, and Raider Nation Cribs is written and directed by Raider Puppet. All right, and of course you can see I'm just reading off right now because I don't know what the fuck to do on this segment. Anyways, music brought to you by the Misfits and Raider Nation Wrecking Crew is coming up. Maybe I'll speed it up next time a little bit. It'll be a little bit faster. Electric J Slan with One Nation Under the Football Gods. Shout out Jace. If you're watching, man, I know you've been calling. I've been trying to get back at you, brother. Just been in the middle of all kinds of life changes. I'm going to reach back out to you, bro. I love that song, and I want to work with you again in the future. Of course, we heard from Raiderhead and 4Dub. Nothing but a Raider, Gangsta Party, Raider Party, whatever. Yeah, same thing. Once again, shout out to our sponsors, ChuckyStuggs.com. Go to ChuckyStuggs.com and get you some merchandise, man. Norm and Bev, I'll play some of their videos so that you can get to know them later on, all the trials and tribulations that they've been through, and we are proud to have them a sponsor, or we are proud to have them be a sponsor of Section 105 Media Network. All right, that's it, y'all. I'm out of here. Y'all all have a good night. Appreciate all the support. See you next week.